Alright, here we have MiltyKoss Unit 2 printing the dreaded Salutech Clear PLA, which I could never get to print right on anything. But I made this short Bowden swinging extruder to print filament like this really brittle PLA that just, I don't know, it's always been kind of a total pain for me. So this pathing seems to work really well. And movement of the extruder seems to be what I want here. It swings in and out. I mean, this middle of the bed test isn't that great for showing this, but it accesses the full build area. It's pretty kinked at the top. I may have to raise it up a little bit. I think I can raise it and alleviate that and still reach the far edge of the build area at the start. But it's a 250 millimeter Bowden, I think, thereabouts. I know my last on this unit is 330 to 350 millimeters. This is 350 millimeter Bowden on the first prototype of the swinging extruder. And it just kind of swings back and forth, just pivots back and forth, it doesn't swing. And it works okay. This Alloy 910 is no way to judge that system because it would probably print really good from a mule cart. It is the most awesome filament I've ever had the pleasure of printing. It's a dream to print this Alloy 910. I've never come across a clear filament that just printed like so well, but it's not brittle at all. It's really supple. It's very flexible, so I think that helps. So anyway, this clear PLA is another story, and it's printing the tree frog, and it's just started, and I had to adjust temperatures, but it's not grinding, at least. That was the main thing. So I was having horrible grinding through problems because it's so brittle. Drive gears were eating it. This drive gear seems to work pretty good versus the two others I tried, which are going to be around here somewhere. Here they are. So you can see, these are the other drive gears I tried. And that's like an MK8, I think, or an MK7. There's one of the new ones, and then there's, this one, smaller one, worked pretty good. This bigger one over here, that didn't work that great. This is the new one. You get two with most of the times when you buy them, so that's good. I had two deltas. I need two drive gears, and this is the same kind that's in my i3 clone. That's kind of dead right now because the control boards run out. That's another story. It was a Melzy board, super cheap, or a clone. These are duets. They're pretty robust, awesome control boards. The Duet 85 over there. And then up in here, Duet Wi-Fi. Sort of Wi-Fi antenna underneath that little pyramid or rectangular kind of shape. Right there's where the antenna is, which it sticks out, and I guess they have to do that because of the EMI from the PCB. But man, is it really kind of awkward for designing a case around that with it sticking out right next to the SD card there and the USB port and the reset buttons and the indicator lights. I just wish it was on the back or somewhere where it could stick out and not be sticking out, making the case front have to stick out. But then again, well, I had thought that I could design a case that would fit both, that would fit that unit and this unit. And I think I have some of the fronts. I think This might be one of the, yeah, this might be just a Duet 85 front that I made for this modular case. But I designed it originally so that the Wi-Fi antenna would stick out here, which is the Ethernet port. And then I would have a little pop-in cover for it, so I could use the same case for a Duet 85 or a Duet Wi-Fi. But then I found that the Wi-Fi antenna is actually mounted like 2 millimeters over, and it was going to make the Ethernet port really big, which it's still kind of doable. I'm thinking that there's a way to make a little modular lip to the thing so that, but I mean, you can use the same case. You just print out one of these flat panels. It's an easy print. It's like 30-minute print. And then it slips in, but you can also bend it, pop it in one side and then pop it in, and then it goes in. And then, you know, so that's still pretty efficient as far as having to make new parts for new control boards. You just got to make a new front for the case. Anyway, pivoting, or at least I can move this around as I need to for the filament coil so that it keeps the path of the Bowden right. I don't have to do that. I mean, I just have to do that on loading because the filament coil as it comes off the roll is kind of always the same. It tightens up, but if it's going left or right, I just have to watch that I load it so that it's kind of coming off. You can't see my finger like that. It's coming off and going over and in. If I do it the other way, it makes the Bowden go the other way, which is kind of fine. It works that way. Didn't seem to have a problem, but I like it this way more because that's the way I imagine this whole thing moving. And for now, I want it to be as close to the specifications of the design project as laid out for the prototype of the swinging, pivoting extruder. Anyway, that's the tour of the new MiltyKoss Unit 2. No layer fans on the new E3D extruder, or E3D effector, because I'm lazy and I haven't got around to making a fan mount and making the wires. I find crimping wires kind of a pain. It slows me up in my projects a little bit when I was like, oh god, I've got to print, or I mean, I've got to crimp, you know, like a bunch of wires to do connections, which I guess maybe it's because it used to be work for me working as a cable linesman, so it feels kind of like work anyway, instead of the fun of, you know, building a printer, which is mostly completely fun and awesome. Anyway, that's all. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Bye-bye.